I've tried to record this video like 3 times. Yeah, I get to be one of those stereotypical YouTubers. Oh shit, I forgot the sigh. Hold on. I never wanted to make Nah, I'm just fucking with you. So, I do want to talk about the channel, do want to talk about some things, and explain myself. Before anything completely, I just want to quickly say that, nothing bad's happening. If you've been following me, you realize that I've been playing super flat, but videos have kind of gotten slower and slower, and that's because of bigger projects. But there's some pros and cons. I don't know if you've noticed this, but rain doesn't exist. No, seriously, where are my raindrops? So recently, I've been thinking a lot about super flat, longevity, and a bunch of stuff like that. And I was talking with a friend about it, and it was just, I kind of came to this conclusion that the super flat is not a good thing for the long term, for me specifically, for what I want to do. You see this? You notice how we're very, very high up? You notice how all of those goobers are down there? If I want to build anything in this world, I have to make a structure up to it and then build around it. Because otherwise, I file a harassment complaint because of these. This place took me a long time to build. I go through multiple trials before building something, and one of the things I have to really think about is terrain now. I didn't really have to think about that when I used to build a lot. So that's kind of a problem for longevity in this case. Now, another thing is that items are just really hard to get for no reason, and Minecraft is actively trying to make it harder to get. A lot of the things I rely on, one of the biggest things is these guys are like the lifeblood of this world. If they like don't work, I don't work. And Mojang has been trying to change how they work, specifically playing in what is biome specific villagers. The biggest ones being recently they did map villagers like this. Now you can only get map villagers, certain maps with certain biomes with that villager in it. They also have tried it with these guys. These guys are literally the lifeblood of my series. They're the only reason I can get enchantments at all, and they are fucking complaining about it. If I played in the newest version, like if they add it, because it's still an experimental, but if they add it and I play in the newest versions, I lose villagers. I lose enchantments. So that's kind of a really big problem, and it seems like Mojang is trying to push this, but it will kill a lot of challenge worlds. And so for longevity's sake, that's just kind of not good in a way. It means that I'm losing a big chunk of how this series works. And I guess I could bulk make villagers beforehand, before that update, but that just sucks. I don't like that. That's fundamentally just not a good thing to me. Speaking of biome specific, that is also a big problem. This next part is a little bit of some personal nitpick, but the fact that it's only a plains biome does kind of suck because I love playing into builds in biome specific areas. I love making very woodsy builds. My favorite biome because of that is a taiga biome, but I don't really have that. I can't play with the snow wintry vibe that I love to play with, and it has kind of hindered how I build a lot. I mean, if you've noticed, I build with a lot of oak or brick, and that's because I think it looks the best in a plains biome. So if I ever want to branch out to doing other kind of builds and other kind of build styles, it's not gonna look as good to me, no matter what I do. Even if I make a perfect build, it's always gonna kind of feel like it's missing potential because, well, I'm in a plains, always. Then that's not saying that plains biomes can't look good and that builds that usually work for other biomes can't work in plains. I just think I personally like it more when it matches the biome. That could just be a personal nitpick of mine, though. But that also means that I don't get biome-specific stuff, like bamboo, berries, guardians. I don't have guardians. I can't make certain farms, which sucks, because one of the things I wanted to do is to teach you, the player, or the viewer, how to make these farms, and then out through the series, show you how they work. That has been sort of my goal, is to try to make the more complicated parts of Minecraft concise, so you can understand it, but also still play and continue the series going back to those old builds to keep showing you that they work. Because my least favorite thing in the world for tutorial videos is that they just kind of show the build, throw up a bunch of numbers, and then hope you understand it. But that's not how people's brains really work. You don't, digest it like that. You need a sort of visualization of why they work. And you've seen me go back to the same farms in the same areas multiple times, which shows you out through the series how these work. I know that's a really complicated thing to explain, but it's kind of been my goal as we went on. Speaking of building anything, this place is one of the hardest build projects, mainly because I don't get to touch it often, but also because of one simple problem. They're in the background there. I talked about it earlier, but slime is just a constant thing, and if I ever want to get rid of them, I literally have to spawn-proof the area, which just makes the place look very ugly. Or I have to build up super high, like I've done in every other build. The flying platform as the first starter house, and then my main base, the big brick one, being up on a large temple-like platform. It sucks, and originally I didn't mind it because, well, I was still starting out, and I wasn't really focused on building. I was focusing on gear gathering and farm making. But now that I've wanted to get more into the building aspect, I'm starting to realize it kind of really hinders me. Yeah, I can make large mountains and large terrain up to what I want to build, but that's kind of weird to look at in the grand scheme of things. Imagine if you're flying through a completely flat wasteland, and then all of a sudden, just large-ass mountain, absurdly large mountain just shows up. That would throw anyone off, let alone me. Also, between me and you, I am not that good at terrain yet, and I want to improve on it before I start building in videos with it. It's kind of a problem. It does hinder me, and I'm still getting harassed. I gotta get out of here. I think that's my big thing, is that this is more of a longevity problem. A lot of things I'm talking about is like an issue in the long term, like block gathering. I said earlier, villagers, like we're at right now, are the lifeblood of my series. So are wandering traders. The wandering traders, as you've seen if you followed along, have just kind of been really broken for me for some reason, which means that I can't get a lot of the items that I wanted to get. It's a lot harder for me. Also, I don't really get a lot of the new updates, which sucks because I know that's what a lot of players are going to want to see, how to utilize new items as the world gets older. This is a very weird rant, and I know it's a very specific thing to me because I'm playing in a challenge-like world for a long term. Players have done it, and one of the people I respect the most on the Minecraft content scene is a guy by the name of Mogswamp. He's been playing on a superflat world for 10 years, and the fact that he hasn't gone insane surprises me still to this day. But with that being said, for me personally, I think what I want to do is I want to start a new world in a proper world, because it will let me have more opportunities to teach you, the player, and give me more opportunities to build how I like. It'll just be better for the long term. That doesn't mean that superflat is going to fully die. I think every once in a while I'll get that itch to play this again, and I'll probably come back to it and do it. I've enjoyed making farms. I think the rocket farm was really fun, even though it took a long time to make. It was super easy to set up because, well, I just had to build it in the middle of nowhere. And there were certain build ideas I had for superflat that only work in superflat. So that's something I also want to explore later, maybe as a one-off or a nod going back to it. And every milestone I get, I might still come back here just to build the milestone, you know, the fucking highway build that we were just at earlier. I think I'll continue that tradition because maybe it's not my forever world, but it'll at least be in the world that kind of gave me back my motivation to make videos, because that was the big thing. The big thing I told myself when I started making content again is that if I didn't enjoy it, I wasn't continuing. I wanted to have fun with this, and I've been enjoying every other aspect other than playing superflat as my main world. It sounds like a very weird and niche nitpick, but for me, that kind of is important. If I'm not enjoying the world type I'm playing on, it means I'm really not going to enjoy the rest of the series. It's been fun, and I probably, like I said, will come back to it on and off. If anything, I will definitely play on it in the background for myself, and maybe every once in a while learn some tricks from that to bring over to the main series. What I'm probably going to do for that first series is, because it is very different of a setup, is still show the process of getting yourself set up, starting a little base, and yada yada. Pretty much what I did here, but a lot quicker and in a lot less episodes. And then what I want to do is really start focusing on the building aspect, the designing aspect, and kind of how the thought process goes for things. I also still want to keep, you know, doing the farming stuff, because I've been enjoying that like crazy as well. This video is really quick, and I don't know how much of it is actually going to get posted. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I feel like I have to, though, because this world, it means a lot to me in a weird way, because it did kind of give me my love back for content creation, but I think it has definitely ran its course for the limitations it has for me. I think for longevity and for you guys, because it'll also mean I can make things quicker if I can get items a lot easier. I think for you guys, longevity and just the fact that I like playing the game in a certain way, it's probably better for the both of us if I just make a new world in an actual world and start from there as my forever world. I hope you can understand. I know it's kind of weird. I'm gonna stop rambling because if I keep ranting, it's just gonna be me going in circles. I've explained my grievances, I've explained what I'm doing in the future, and I've explained myself on why I do what I do and how I do it. I hope you all can understand. If not, womp womp. I don't know. I will admit, my favorite thing about superflat is the fact that I can do shaders all the time. I can't do that in a normal world. My computer just struggles with OBS. But on superflat, you don't really have to worry about it. It doesn't have to render as much, so the game's a lot less laggy, which was a huge upside. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna quickly throw this together and post it. And I guess for the last time here, probably not. Let's be honest, I'll probably make a few videos on it later. Just, I don't want it to be my main thing anymore. That's pretty much the gist of this video. A quick summary is that I just don't want this to be my fucking dishwasher started. That scared the hell out of me. Anyways, I don't want this to be my main world anymore. That's what this video is. So for one final time, here, at least it's the main series. We'll see y'all next time, nerds. I guess I'll see you in a new world too. Bye.